Brenda Butterfield, you must be out your rabbit-ass mind if you think that we feel the same way you feel about Sean. Huh? You think by writing a letter that you was going to humanize the world when he ain't humanized himself when he was talking to Sonya Massey? Huh? And then you got the nerve to say he locked up already. Y'all don't need to protest. That's not the Sean that we know. Are you crazy? Y'all, so Brenda Butterfield, I'm going to put her name out there. We was going to let Isabel slide for a minute because we was like, she wasn't there. Maybe that wasn't the culprit. But your ass just woke shit up, okay? All right? So, y'all, she wrote this letter to the editor. Here we go here. Y'all know me, screenshot it because I ain't going to do the homework for y'all. But basically, she stated in this letter that is anybody thinking about the people who he left behind and how he was a loving family member? Girl, we don't know that man. We know the one that ain't thinking about no scripture in the Bible because he was scared to hear, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Huh? We know that, Sean. Okay? And then you talking about trying to humanize him like basically the world is turning their back on him. No, he did that the moment he turned off that camera and knew what he was about to do. It was premeditated. And then to act like you sending this letter like you gonna change something, girl, I hope that bag that he got on his stomach for his little situation he going through slip off in the middle of the night and mess his cell up and they don't even come answer him. That's what I think, huh? We gonna stay on this story, y'all, but hold up now. It's you telling me it's a whole family of y'all? That's where he got it from. Y'all knew he was crazy when he was growing up. He probably used to mess with little frogs and stuff and take their lives. Let's talk about it. Y'all, I'm going to try to have a good day. But Brenda, this ain't Tupac and you ain't got no baby, okay? I'm just a messenger, y'all. Springfield, Illinois Police Department got to be drinking tap water. Huh? I said Springfield, Illinois Police got to be drinking tap water. So guess what? Now, y'all know with police officers, they're in a union, okay? So the union just filed a grievance saying that their client was wrongfully fired from the sergeant's office. Okay, come on now. Now listen, with all due respect, I know the person who probably had to do this tried to find a million reasons on how to get out of it. But when you are a deputy or a police officer, you have the right to a union representative, and they have to at least try, even if they know that you're wrong. But hell nah, this is the one that's supposed to be the in-between the lines. This the only way that we ain't gonna support you. Ain't no damn way they wrote this up. And look what they said. I wanted y'all to have it yourself so y'all can read it on your own time. Go ahead, screenshot it when I ain't on it. Go ahead. Because this is ridiculous. But basically, to break it down, they basically are saying that he was wrongfully terminated and all of the information was put out onto social media without him even being basically like told it. How? If you went to jail. But listen, like I said, this is a very strange situation and we just gonna rock with it. But that's considered step one in the grievance process. We gonna see how this goes and how this kind of goes through the weekend, because y'all know that he had apparently stage 3 cancer and he got a bag. So you mean to tell me that you out here doing bullshit and can't even digest your own shit? I'm just a messenger. We gonna see where this goes, y'all. New update on the Sonya Massey situation, and this is getting deep, y'all. So apparently in his mug shots, they were going around X, and people started to go in the comments and say, wait a minute, that tattoo on his forearm looks real familiar. Now, I got to digging to see what it actually was, and guess what I found? So these are the tattoos right here. Now, to the normal average person, this might just look like skulls and, oh, it's a nice tattoo or whatever, but guess what? These are Totenkopf tattoos that are apparently equivalent to basically a badge of honor in a racial supremacist group. Child, we ain't through yet neither. So apparently the sources that I got down there in Springfield say that the police have been covering up mad stuff that he's been doing throughout the past couple of years. Okay, so this is an ongoing thing. And I heard he was dishonorably discharged from the Army. So that wasn't a red flag from the beginning before he even started being in the police station. This is what I'm talking about, man. It's only certain criteria for certain races and ethnicities. That's a shame. Y'all should have been stopped this. Now, I got to dig it even more, and apparently he was having problems on this exact force before this even happened. This is a woman apparently from Sangamon County who had problems with Sean Grayson before this situation even happened. And I blocked out her name because I didn't want to put her on this, and I didn't want this to tie back to her. But this says, Officer Sean Grayson, wow, you have been a dirty cop since you were sworn in, harassing multiple people, including myself, for years. Hell, you just pulled me over a couple months back and illegally searched me. Always a racist, always a coward, and always using the badge to bully somebody. You were let go from multiple agencies, and how you got hired on the Sangamon County, nobody knows. Now you have the blood of an innocent woman on your hands. Maybe true justice will be served. People think because you wear a badge, you're a good person. That is untrue. I hope you get all that you deserve. And if you notice how the police looked when he came out of the house, all of them were uncomfortable with what he was saying. I'm not going to lie and act like they were all just on the same team. All of them looked uncomfortable, and they were not talking to him. They weren't reacting to nothing he was saying or anything. If you go back and look at the videos, you can see this. We're going to see where the rest of this takes us. I'm still doing homework, and it's a lot of stuff that came up that I don't know if it's true, as far as his cousins, as far as Sonya Massey being related to the young man with what happened to him. I'm not going to put that out there. I don't think that they're related, but that's another situation within itself. I'll let y'all know what I find. I'm just a messenger. Information is starting to leak out in the cracks of this Sonya Massey story. Information is starting to leak out in the cracks of this Sonya Massey story. So I've been in these streets, and I've been trying to do my homework. I've been Googling and everything. So I looked up who Sean Grayson's wife was, because she kept coming up a lot. Her name is Isabel Butterfield. Yeah, did y'all look her up? Isabel Butterfield daddy, guess who he is? Isabel Butterfield daddy is Scott Butterfield. Scott Butterfield used to be a chief deputy of the sheriff department. Guess where Sean work at? Did you get Sean a job? Inquiring minds want to know. Now, that's not the only crazy thing. I looked up Isabel Butterfield and Sean Grayson, and guess what I found? They just got married October the 19th, 2024. Why? Because this is their registry list. I also found their Target registry list, and I ain't gonna lie, something a little fishy here. You mean to tell me that you're gonna pay $50 for a set of Harrington flatware, but you're gonna pay $32.99 only for a damn toaster? And why the hell you got 2 cake mixing bowls on your damn registry? Who you think you is? A goddamn Anita Baker? We also did a little bit more digging and found out where Isabel Butterfield works. And y'all ain't gonna believe this. I started doing some digging, and I realized y'all said that Sonya had on a hospital bracelet. I looked up the closest place where she could have got medical care to her house. An 8-minute drive away. And guess where we ended up at? Capital Community Health Center. And guess who worked there? Isabel Butterfield. Now, the reason this got me thinking is because I remember when this cop first walked up to the door, he said,
"You doing all right mentally?"
Yes.
Sure.
My medicine and stuff.
All right.
why would he ask her that just out the clear blue? And another thing that's kind of getting me up here in the mind, and this is just me now, this is nowhere else in TikTok, but I just want y'all to listen and hear me out. I'm thinking from the perspective of calling the police. If I called the police, why wouldn't I be dressed already? Now, I know y'all don't know where I'm going with this. Could it be that something happened allegedly between Isabel Butterfield and Sonya Massey at that place, and she left and went home because she didn't even take the bracelet off? When she left and went home, could it possibly be that the police actually, especially Sean Grayson, who I'm talking about, actually caused the situation in the backyard, and then they took the call, which is why she didn't even have a chance to get clothes on? Because if I heard something in the driveway, wouldn't you automatically get dressed and at least try to be prepared just in case they try to come in the house? Wait a minute now. Y'all heard it here first. Something fishy is going on. All I'm saying is that Springfield, Illinois police need to look up the average call time, the average response time in the area, and then look up the response time of how fast Sean Grayson got there. This is really something that's coming together, and I think y'all need to look into this. Okay? So we gonna stay abreast of this, but this is just a theory. This is just a theory. We gonna update y'all as it go, but it seemed fishy to me that she didn't have clothes on and something was going on outside her house. Was it as soon as y'all got the call, y'all took it? Because y'all were in the area? We gonna find out now. I'm just a messenger. Springfield, Illinois, better be called Massey, Illinois by the time you get through with them, Mr. Massey. Okay? Springfield, Illinois, better be called Massey, Illinois by the time you get through with them. This is a message to her father. I am so sorry that you have to go through this, but now I'm officially pissed off. Okay? So now, not only do we have footage of what the partner was doing, we'll get to that later. We also have footage that apparently a call was made. They didn't say who the officer was yet, into the precinct and telling that she unalived herself. Are y'all serious? Before the footage came out of the body cam, they basically said on a call to the precinct that she unalived herself. And they were going to run with this call, with this information as well. Number two, her father got a call and said that and somebody told him that it was a burglary, and somebody basically hurt his daughter. After that, his brother seen in the paper that there was a police pew-pew over there at her address. Asked his brother what was the address, and he told her, he said, that is your daughter's address. This is getting worse by the hour, bro. I'm trying to keep y'all updated. One thing I do want to say, for right now, only for right now, I apologize about the partner. I see that he was shooken up. I seen his body cam footage. I'm sorry you had to go through that, and I like to correct my wrongs until we find out otherwise. That better not be you on that phone call saying that it was an unaliving, that she unalived herself, because I'm going to get on your ass, and I'm going to let you know that right now. Okay? But this is going too far. They tried to cover this up. When that chief or that sergeant came in that kitchen and you said that she threw that water on you, the sergeant, the first thing he did, if y'all go and look at this video, look it up on TikTok, the first thing he did was look at the walls. If somebody was to throw water on you, the walls would have been wet. That did not happen. It was nothing on the walls, nothing on the TV. He looked at all of that. That water on the floor was because the pot had dropped when she had went down and the water spilt over there. When they walked out of there and they said who the suspect was, the chief or the sergeant didn't even want to say anything. This is ridiculous. Now it's time to turn up, goddammit. I tried to be peaceful, but y'all done brought the nigga out me. I ain't gonna lie to you. We gonna stay abreast of this situation, y'all. Comment below. Make sure y'all repost this. Get this story out there. We need this in front of eyes. I'm just a messenger. Sean Grayson, you are a coward. I want to start this off by saying that first. Okay? Springfield, Illinois. I hope this sheds a light into the process of hiring law enforcement on you, okay? I've started this video over almost 6-7 times. Okay? Now the reason I'm telling you that is because that's how many different law enforcements that Sean Grayson has worked for since 2020, okay? It's 7:02 in the morning, and I had to come outside and make this video without getting too upset because I want my point to get across, and I don't want to just look like an angry black man. Now, before I go into what I'm saying, I want to let everybody who is a follower of mine, or if you're seeing this video, I want to let you know early and often, we cannot make this a race thing. Now, I know what y'all thinking. I seen it too, and I understand where y'all coming from. But we will get farther in this battle by making it a law enforcement thing. If we make it a race thing, what's going to happen is that we're going to lose half of the soldiers that's fighting this battle with us. Okay? My last video you see in the comments, it's a bunch of white people under there just like it's a bunch of black people. Now that we passed that, that's not what this video about. I just want to let y'all know that. We'll lose half of the soldiers if we try to make this a color thing because we've been fighting that for 400 years. And that old way ain't been working. So let's just fight law enforcement for a second. This lady called the police, and when she called the police, they came. And they treated her like the suspect, which when they came, it was late at night. She had to put clothes on. From the first time you seen her with her headscarf and her robe on, which you could see the silhouette of her body with the light coming from behind her. And you still treated her like she was the criminal. From the moment you said something to her. You're at work, okay? You're at work and she called you guys because she thought somebody was in her car. When she goes in her house, she sits on her couch. She can't find her ID in the middle of the night. Okay? Now, being that was a homeowner, I know it's a way that you can see who owns that home. Okay? She goes into the kitchen, and when she goes into the kitchen, guess what? Matter of fact, you're the one that sends her into the kitchen to take the water off of the stove. And when she does exactly what you ask, and she tells you, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus because you talking about some hot water, and you 30 feet away, as a man, it's two of you guys in there. Come on now. Come on now. And listen, I know Sean Grayson is the one that we're after, but his partner is just as bad. You could have de-escalated that situation. That could have been your mom. That could have been your aunt. That could have been your sister. That could have been your cousin. That could have been your wife. Okay? You are here to serve and protect, and this is what I'm talking about with police, man. We got to start holding them accountable. We have to start holding them accountable. If you are going to do this job, you have to know how to handle it. Because if you can't handle a black woman in her night attire, imagine what you would do to a black man on the side of the road. And like I said, I don't want to make this about race. It's about law enforcement in general. Do you know how many people lose their lives because law enforcement is scared when they're doing their job? I understand you are in a war zone. I get that. I get that stuff is happening to you every day that puts you in shell shock. But you have to understand, you have to know the difference between the people who you are working for and the people who you are fighting against. This is crazy. That somebody woke up this morning without a mom. Somebody woke up without a daughter. Come on now. All these DUIs that's coming out on his record and all of this, y'all hire anybody out there. This is ridiculous, bro. It is 7 o'clock in the morning and I can't sleep because I'm thinking about my wife. And if I'm not home and something happened, I tell her to call the police. What's going to happen? What's going to happen, bro? What is going to happen? And it was signs before this even happened. That's the worst part, bro. It was signs way before. He has been in six different law enforcement sections since 2020. It's only 2024, and we ain't even get past this raggedy motherfucker all the way. Come on, man. We gotta wake up, people. This is a time where it's not a laughing matter. Can we just get 7 days of people speaking out about this situation? Okay? This is what's important, okay? I want to say rest in peace to Sonya, Massey family. My prayers are with you. Let's just stay focused, y'all. I'm just a messenger. I'm not gonna lie, usually I come up here and I have a lot of jokes, but Sean Grayson, you better hope that they keep you in protective custody throughout your whole stay there, especially while this trial is going on. So if you're not familiar, it's a lady named Mrs. Massey, R.I.P. to her. Apparently she was in her home and the police came to check and see what was going on with her. We don't know the preliminaries yet, but we know that they were there asking for her ID. It was a pot of water on the stove. She went to go and turn it off and then brought the boiling pot of water to the sink. She was running water, it sounded like, or whatever, and apparently words were exchanged at that point. We don't know what happened at that time, but he said he wanted to get away from the steaming water, which then she replied, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Something happened where I guess he felt like she was coming for him, which she wasn't at all, and he said that he would pum her in her face. Now, this is the exact reason why we have to start getting people who are from these areas that they are policing, and also getting people who are comfortable in their own skin. 9 times out of 10, this is a person who has been waiting to do that, and to do exactly what you said right on the drop of a hat when somebody is standing them almost 20 to 30 feet away from you in their own kitchen is ridiculous. If you're that scared of doing that job, then you don't need to be doing that job. Get a desk job, fill out some paperwork. What happened was ridiculous, and he has been charged with first degree. You know the word. We're going to stick on this story, and we're going to see what happens, but I will be reporting this. Once again, I know usually I bring the comedy to it, but this is not a laughing matter. I'm going to give y'all the updates when we get some more. I'm just a messenger.